What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Two Game Podcast. I am Matt Primo, joined by my brother from another mother, Christian Valencia.
Hey, bye.
And this is, like I said, the Two Game Podcast each and every week, unless it's last week. So this doesn't really count. But just know, for the most part, every single week, we are here to talk about nerdy shit, specifically games. But we dive into shit such as anime, comics, movies, music. If it's involved in the nerd realm, we fucking talk about it on this podcast. If you are new to this podcast, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, 2Game. If you are one of our audio listeners, BT dubs, you can watch us in all of our gloriness on YouTube. And vice versa. If you are on YouTube, you can check us out on your favorite podcast listening app. But I mean, who doesn't want to look at my Mexican brother over there? He's sexy.
I am. Carlos tried taking me, sir. I just let you know this. Carlos tried taking me.
Carlos can go fuck himself.
He tried. He did.
That's my man.
He did not understand. I told him nay.
Were you there when I got into an argument with him?
Which time?
I think it was the last time I worked with him. I'm like, hey, dude, we gotta have a serious talk, okay? Serious talk. He's like, oh shit, what's going on, man? I'm like, you fuck with my man again, I'll kill you.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Murder.
I fight dirty too.
Right?
Literally and figuratively.
Indeed. I've seen it.
I've seen it. So yeah, guys, this is episode 111. This week we're going to be discussing all the things that we've been kind of playing, listening to, watching over the past couple weeks. I actually kind of have a playlist this time, and that's exciting. I finally finished Dead Space Remake a little over a week ago, so I can finally talk about that and give you my final score for that game. And then we also, Christian has been playing Dead Island 2, so we're going to talk about that for a little bit. And then we'll jump into some news, which involves The Flash, sequel to Forbidden West, and then also Diablo 4 having a new beta coming out later next month. So lots to talk about. Let's go ahead and fucking jump into this shit. All right, sir?
Yes.
What have you been watching?
Oh, sorry. So I've been watching The Aristocrat, it's reincarnated into another world. I've been rewatching, and now that it's almost finished and dubbed, Eminence in the Shadow.
Oh, so good.
I
So
told
good.
You. I fucking told you. I started watching some of that Magic and Muscle. That's actually really good. It's like a mixture between Fairy Tale and Black Clover. So good.
You have my attention.
Then
What's
I have
that called?
Hell's Paradise.
Magic and Muscle?
Magic and Muscle.
Magic and Muscle. I'm going to write that shit down.
It's literally a combination of both.
I'm guessing. I'm just guessing here. There's magic involved and there's muscles involved.
Yeah, this dude has no magic whatsoever, but he works out like Asta did, and he is like One Punch Man strong. Oh yeah.
All right, dude.
Yeah, like they're like, oh yeah, you can use magic to run across water, and he's like using muscles and he's running across. I'm like, oh. Then he's like using his little wand, and he's literally got his thumb on a rock, like a big ass boulder, lifting it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's entertaining. Watching some Hell's Paradise, pretty much about Shinobi gets betrayed, and they go to kill him, and he can't die. Like they try to cut his head off, they try burning him alive, nothing kills him. So they send him to this paradise island that's like enriched with food and all that, but they have like Titan like monsters that come in to attack him, and he like one hits them. It's pretty fucking gory. It's gory as shit. They look almost like the Titans. Like they smile. They're all fucking weird looking. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. Other than that, I have watched Ice Blade Sorcerer and some more Blue Lock. Other than that, I haven't really watched any other movies or anything. It's all mainly anime here lately since they've been dropping left and right.
Well, I got into a mood, but before let's rewind it a little bit, okay? Now, just BT dubs out there, guys. If you are a audio listener, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this a little disclaimer out there. I am drinking the girly drinks, so we all know what happens when that happens, and that is I talk a lot and I go off on tangents. But 2 weeks ago, so let's rewind. I was in this mood for, I mean, they weren't necessarily PG-13 horror movies, but they were like, I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe like
Third rate horror movies.
No, maybe like B-rated. Like it's almost kind of like for teen movies, but I think like one or two of them are rated R. I kind of group them into like teen horror a little bit. We have It Follows, which is a fucking great movie, by the way. Have you ever seen It Follows?
No.
So let me paint this picture for you, okay? And it's gonna make you want to go watch it.
On my face?
Yes.
Ready.
All right. So imagine like The Grudge.
Okay.
You know how this thing kind of follows you around?
Yeah.
This entity, this curse.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but it's an STD.
That sounds horrible, sir.
Kind of
that
like
sounds
an
like
STD.
a typical STD, sir. Follows you all around.
Dude, what kind of fucking pussy did you get in last night?
Right?
So here's the premise of the movie. So you have this curse that follows you, and the only way that you can pass it off to the next person is by having sex. So you have sex with someone, it passes off to that person, and then basically they have to have sex with somebody else, and then they pass it on. So it is essentially like an STD.
Sounds like surprise butt sex.
Right. Does that count?
It's sex. Sorry.
If the other person does not know about said sex, does it still count?
Are you straight up telling them that you have a ghost on your dick?
No,
and then you're transferring it over?
No, the guy that passes it to the girl straight up didn't tell her, and she's the main character, and she's like, oh my god, and she fucks him, and then obviously she gets the STD.
So it sounds like he didn't say anything. So surprise butt sex works.
No. Yep. Valid point. It still passes on. Okay. Anyways, now that we've kind of uncovered that.
It's all about details, sir.
It's all about the details. Details and angles. Those are the facts of life.
It is indeed.
Yeah, just a great horror movie. It's more of like an I wouldn't say artsy fartsy type of horror movie, but it's kind of in that realm where it's kind of slow and methodical and whatnot. But there are some really good horror themes and plot elements in that movie that I was just people go watch, and it gets it does not show anything. It does not show anything.
How are you gonna have a movie that a curse / whatever gets transmitted by sex? It does nothing. Shows nothing. That's so dumb. Like you missed your opportunity there.
Right? I mean, I agree with you. Your logic is sound. This makes no sense.
Like Cabin Fever all over again.
This is like a porno without a story.
Indeed.
Can you watch pornos without stories?
Negative.
Exactly. So It Follows. I watched that movie Lights Out. That's the one where the entity is in the shadows. So when you turn on the lights, it disappears, but in the darkness, it's there. Look, it's got some great horror stuff in it. Some great what's the word I'm looking for? Jump scares. But in terms of a movie, it fucking sucks. Like, it is terrible acting, terrible writing, terrible fucking story. But the horror stuff within all that bullshit is actually pretty good. But I wouldn't suggest watching it if I were y'all out there. Okay. Then I watched The Stepfather with Amber Heard and that dude from Nip Tuck, where he
Which
like
one? Julian?
he's no, not Doctor Doom, the other one.
Oh, yeah. Sean McNamara, for those
Yeah.
who know about Nip Tuck. Don't ask why I know that. Don't ask that I have every season. Don't worry about it.
So the stepfather is obviously he's the stepfather, and he
Right.
just goes from family to family, and then he stays with them for a little bit, and then he ends up murdering the family, and that's just kind of goes like that. It kind of reminds me of Disturbia a little bit, but not as good, not nearly as good.
I mean, no, obviously not.
You know, I've been really wanting to watch Never Back Down.
I have it. I'm looking at it right now.
I have it too. You think it's a fucking game?
No, sir. I'm just, you just looked. I looked up in my cabinet and I saw it, and then you mentioned it. I'm just saying.
That movie is so fucking good. So good.
Right.
So Stepfather watched the latest Candyman movie that came out like 2 years ago. It's all right. House at the End of the Street, the one with Jennifer Lawrence in it.
Oh,
I for whatever reason thought that movie was good, and then after about 20 minutes into that movie, I realized that I was fucking wrong, and I've already gone too far at that point, and I was like, I gotta fucking finish it now, and I regretted every fucking minute of it. It's not a good movie, guys. Don't do it. Okay, just trust me. Trust me out there. Listen to me. Don't do it.
Listen, Linda.
Listen. I finished up My Hero Academia. I ended up watching. I think I had like 2 episodes left. Fucking great ending to the season. Definitely looking forward to next season for sure.
Dark Deku is so fucking.
It was so good. It was good.
Indeed.
And then we have Eminence in Shadow. I watched. I think on episode 3.
Oh,
and
yes.
that shit is good, sir. Like
it was spot on, wasn't it?
It's not that I didn't trust you. It's just it was gonna take me a little while.
Oh no,
to
I was talking about
it.
me and Chris's description.
Yes,
it's spot on.
Yes,
literally Sword Art Online, but a sociopath. Literally.
I love how old dude he is. He literally thinks he's failing at everything, but he's like not. Right. I call it failing upwards. Like the dude's like, oh, I'm not gonna find anything down here. Then he runs right into fucking bad guys or some shit.
Right. Like, and then it's constantly like his people constantly think that he knows everything that's going on, and he has not a clue what's going on. They're like, we don't need to tell him the plan. He knows it. Dude's just wandering around, fucking like, oh, hi, how you doing?
I have no idea where I'm at, and then something falls through the ceiling. Oh, all right.
Hi, how are you?
So yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it so far. Like I said, 2.5 episodes in, and I'm gonna hopefully power through that over the next few weeks and try to finish. What is there, like 20 episodes?
I think there's 15. I think there is
15. Okay,
I think maybe 20. Maybe you might be right. I don't know.
I think there's 20.
I know there's like 2 left. I know there's 2 left to be dubbed, and of course, it's the 2 that are the best fight, like the best fight. And they're not dubbed, and it upsets me.
It's gonna take forever. It's gonna take fucking forever for them to do the dub, huh?
Or they do it every week. They do it weekly.
I wonder. Have you heard anything about Attack on Titan and them doing their dub?
I haven't seen anything. I've not seen shit on that yet.
Fucking bastards, man. Look. I'm not gonna get into a rant. Okay, we've already done that on the podcast. All right. Y'all know my fucking feelings about Attack on Titan. And they can go fucking suck a dick, and I will absolutely watch the next fucking episode. Like, don't get me wrong. This is like Pokemon, man. Like, I fucking hate it, but I'm gonna be there right next to it.
Love it.
So I'm ready for Attack on Titan to release their dub, and then what was the other one that I'm waiting for release of dub? Oh, Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah,
started. Something tells me it's gonna be.
I've seen some of that already. It's the action has already started, and it's like 3 episodes in.
Mm-hmm. Which, speaking of which, guys, I've kind of mentioned it on the podcast a few times that I've been reading the Demon Slayer manga, and I was stuck on like volume 15 for like the longest time, like several weeks. It was just one, I didn't have the interest in reading. Two, I was super fucking busy. Well, this past week, I started reading some on a transfer at work, right? And I got fucking hooked. It's like that show that manga goes from yeah, it's good. It's really fucking good. It kind of goes in spurts with the manga, and then it's like the last 6 volumes of that series, and I read all 6 of those in the span of 3 or 4 days.
Now, if I just
As
get you hooked on solo leveling, it would be all right.
right?
Oh god.
It's up next, sir. It's up next. But yes, I did finish Demon Slayer, guys, and no spoilers. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to click out of this fucking episode.
Is it what you expected?
It was not what I expected. I like I said, no spoilers. The way they went, there was something that happened, and I text you about it. You didn't fucking text me back like a fucking asshole that you are. Because I
But you were talking about when does it go back?
No.
No. Oh.
Nope. I text you after that.
Oh.
This was like Sunday night, I think.
Hold up.
But anyways, something big happens towards the very end. It's in the last manga. And I was like, bruh, what the fuck? I was not fucking expecting this shit. And I couldn't put the book down. Could not put the book down. And like I said, guys, I read the last 6 or 7 mangas, the last 6 or 7 volumes over the span of 4 or 5 days. I was just plowing through that shit.
Shut up.
Right? So here's my I guess review of the manga. All right, if you are a huge Demon Slayer fan, okay, you're watching the anime and you love the anime, then you will love the manga. I mean, it's just no ifs, ands, buts about it, okay? I'm very curious because this is the first full set manga that I have read, start to finish. And is also the first one that I know what happens. This is the first anime that I know what happens before it actually happens, which is very interesting. So it's gonna be interesting to see if I'm one of those people that says that's not how it happened in the manga. The manga is better, you know. Like I really don't want to be that person, but I don't know. Those last fucking.
But if the shoe fits, sir.
The shoe fits. But here's my thing. I think the anime will be better than the manga because
visually, yes.
Visually, one of the issues that I have, well, actually 2 issues that I have with the manga. Okay, one issue is it feels a little chaotic. I think the fight scenes in the anime really kind of separates it, and you can kind of follow it a little bit more easily, and that's one of the reasons why I love the anime so much. On the flip side, with the manga, they kind of go back and forth between time periods occasionally. That they go in the past, they'll go in the future, or they'll go into this other realm, and they'll be talking to dead people and shit like that, right? And they don't tell you when they fucking do this in the manga, and it's very fucking confusing when they do it. And then like I text you at one point and I was like, bro, did I fucking skip something? Because I don't remember any of this shit happening.
No, you didn't skip shit.
And they don't really go back and explain it.
Wow.
I don't like what the fuck? Why would you do that?
It's probably one of those OPA fucking filler shit that'll happen after the fucking anime is over with.
Right. And another complaint one other complaint that I have for the manga, I think the last volume should have been 2 volumes. It should have been split up. That was a lengthy volume, and they sped through a good portion of that volume because there was so much material being covered in it. I think if they would have split it up into 2 volumes, they could have covered all that they needed, and they could have covered some of the shit that they had, like I had said, they had missed and skipped over. They could have covered that all at the same time. So only 3 real complaints of the manga. Highly recommend y'all go check it out. Buy it on Amazon. Get the box set. Box set is fucking dope, by the way. Christian and I have that shit, and I'm not saying I haven't ejaculated over it.
See, my thing with that is I like reading the mangas, but there's something about those voice actors. If you get good voice actors, that story they tell and how they tell it, just you can sit there for hours and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the movies, some of the episodes, like My Hero. I mean, I could watch certain parts of those movies and animes over and over and over just because on how well the voice actors acted. They sell that shit.
Well, they do. That dude, they go fucking all out for that shit. I was wearing my armor.
My fingers were crossed.
Unrelated, guys, but sort of related.
How are my kisses? Spicy,
Spicy.
but
right.
good, right? Yeah.
What have you been listening to, sir?
Oh, let's see. I have this pulled up. Some Bad Omens.
Good start. Good
Current.
start.
Current.
Yes. Hey, a little over 2 weeks, bruh. Yes. Fucking new album, bitch.
Obviously some I Prevail. Well,
he wins
my
some, you
kids
lose
like
some.
it, so it's one of those things. And then I went on a loop and listened to some old school NSYNC and some Backstreet Boys. I know. I brought it back.
I mean, I don't know what to say about you listening to NSYNC, but Backstreet Boys, you know,
Backstreet Boys is always, but I mean, Bye 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 is not a bad song.
It's not. It's their only good song.
It's catchy, sir. I can only think of Scrubs every time I listen to that. I hear that song.
Right?
It's a ringtone. Everybody's, why are you not answering the phone? I was bringing it back.
I've been listening to a lot of music. All right. Been listening to As Everything Unfolds. They have a brand new album that just came out this past week. At first, I was kind of disappointed by it, but after I listened to it multiple times, I really fucking love it. And it's been one of my most listened to albums over the past 2 weeks. Been listening to Spirit Box and their new song, The Void. I also been going back and listening to some older tracks. The Void is a fucking great song. By the way, there's a reaction to that song on our YouTube. I reacted to it for my first time listening to it. Y'all go check it out on YouTube. Beartooth also came out a new song called Sunshine. By the time you are watching this or listening to this episode, the reaction for that song will also be on the YouTube. By the way, that reaction to the song Sunshine by Beartooth, probably my favorite reaction video so far. Dude, that shit was so much fucking fun. So fucking fun. It goes from like punk to straight up pop, kind of like a Katy Perry pop. And then it has this disgusting, and I mean filthy breakdown in it. And it is just, it's great, guys. It's great. So go check that out as well on our YouTube. Current's been listening to them as well because I listen to that album like once a day. Brand new album coming up on May 12th. Super excited about that. Periphery, that's almost a once a day listen, all fucking like 70, 80 minutes of it. And then Mastodon, Gojira, I was listening to them with Rachel when we worked together. So been listening to them. Also, and this would be a great time to bring it up, I decided to, in July, there's going to be a, look, I don't mean to be that guy, but it's going to be a fellowship of the ring. There's a gathering of us, and we are going to review the trilogy, the extended edition trilogy, as well as talk about the Rings of Power and shit like that. So I am listening to the audiobook for Fellowship of the Ring. I've never read the series at all.
No, I read the first one.
Yeah, the audiobook, sir. All 3 audiobooks are coming in at 60 hours.
Cool.
That's a
I read The Hobbit twice. I actually have the original back when they first published the original Hobbit book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the thing's old.
So yeah, 60 hours. But on top of getting an Audible subscription, so I get to the audiobooks, I also got the collection as well.
Oh,
A little box set.
fancy.
For the audio listeners, I am actually showing this on the YouTube. So yeah,
That's fancy.
the original trilogy. And actually, I did not know this, sir, but it is not considered a trilogy. It's not. It is 3 different volumes with multiple books within said volumes. I think there's 2 books within each volume, but J.R.R. Tolkien.
There's 3 there. That's close trilogies.
I'm always going to refer to it as a trilogy.
Same.
But in the foreword before you actually, get to the audiobook portion, he talks about, hey, people call this a trilogy, and it's not really a trilogy. It's just a bunch of books put together.
It's an adventure.
Yeah, right.
It's an adventure.
So in July, we're doing that. I'm preparing for it, listening to Andy Serkis doing the narration for Fellowship of the Ring. Dude, fucking great. Great. He changes voices for all the characters and shit like that.
Oh, wow.
So good. So good. So yeah, Fellowship of the Ring. By the way, speaking of July is I don't want to be saying shit too much, okay? Because I kind of want to tease the tip a little bit, okay? Just coddle it a little bit for y'all out there. Keep y'all invested. And that is, we're going to be relaunching the podcast in July. We're finally going to get a studio, converting it, everything. It's going to look fucking nice. Getting my ass out of the fucking bathroom. All right.
That's right.
And we've spent 3 years in this motherfucker. It's time to leave. All right.
Started in the closet.
I got my wife out there. She's fucking yeah. So yes, coming up in July, we're gonna be relaunching the podcast, and it's gonna be great. I think we're gonna be relaunching Patreon as well. Gonna be changing up the tier system. Gonna be adding new tiers. We're also gonna be doing some new things for the Patreon supporters each and every month. By the way, we're getting ready for our 3rd meetup? I think technically it's 4 for me because I had to go fucking watch Jurassic Park Dominion fucking twice. But technically it's the third page. It's the 3rd Patreon meetup, and we're going to see Dungeons and Dragons on May 3rd. I got all the tickets together. There's fucking 14 of us, dude. It is going to be fucking a great time. So y'all be on the lookout for that on our Facebook. And then, like I said, just be on the lookout on our social media, our YouTube, and stuff like that, where I'm going to be giving y'all out some juicy tidbits up until the relaunch. It's gonna be great stuff, guys. So I would say just wait right there, but that's gonna take a little while, so you don't have to wait right there necessarily.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, that's all I've been listening to. Let's talk about some games, sir. Are you ready to talk about some fucking games on the 2 Game podcast? Let's fucking do it.
Yep.
What have you been playing?
So I started playing Hollow Knight again. Oh yeah.
I'm fucking listening.
Oh yeah. And yeah, it's just as good as it was. Pissed me off, then it doesn't piss me off, and then it pisses me off, and I stop playing it, and then I go right back to it. It was like riding a bike, sir. It was like riding a bike.
Feels like riding a bike. I feel like I've done this
how many
before.
times I wanted to throw my Switch, but I did not. It's still alive. Kicking.
What level are you talking about? Because I feel like you're talking about the Great Abyss.
I am.
Fuck that level.
Fuck that place. I fucking hate that place. Fucking bro, it's just annoying. But anyway,
when we get the YouTube up and running with the studio and whatnot, I want to do a Let's Play series of Hollow Knight.
Good God, that's a long.
Dude, that's gonna be look. look, I've never claimed to be a great gamer because I'm not by any means, but I feel like this would be entertaining because I think there's going
It
to be
would be.
lots and lots of rage quits.
It's gonna be one of those that like we would have to pass off every time we died,
Right?
which would happen quite a bit.
I can't do it no more, man. You fucking take over.
Start sweating. I can't do it. I've been playing that. I've been playing Call of Duty. They launched Plunder again, which is pretty entertaining game mode. But my biggest one I've been playing, I haven't really played a lot of it, but I played a decent amount of it, is Dead Island 2. That is just as entertaining as I thought it was going to be. So entertaining.
Yeah, the reviews have come out and
they're shitty.
it, but honestly, I think it's one of those games that people go into it and they critique the hell out of it, but that's not what the game is trying to do. Like, what it's trying to do is be fucking fun and, just fucking kill zombies. And I think from what I've heard, it does that really well.
It does that really well. The downside to a lot of the people is it's only 11 hours. Like if you mainline it, it's 11 hours. That's it.
Really? I thought it was like 20 hours.
No,
Man.
11 hours mainline. If you just beeline the whole main story, 11 hours. I can tell you it's a huge difference when you have people with you. So I played a little bit by myself because you have to, before you unlock co-op, you have to go and do a bunch of shit by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's tedious killing zombies. They take so many hits. I could take a fucking machete and hit them 5-6 times in the fucking face and they're still standing. It's beyond me. But there's a lot of weapons, like disgusting amount of weapons you can pick from. You can fist them. Shut up. You can find pipes.
You have my attention.
You can you have wrenches, pipes, pool cues, all kinds of shit. Like if you could find it, if it's in there, it's in there. Like I found a saber.
That's what she said. Or shut up.
Found
fuck that up.
I found a saber. The downside to that is when I broke the glass to grab it, it set off an alarm, and horde zombies come, and you have to fight them. It's very character driven. It's literally an RPG, but killing zombies. Because the character you get matters. Like I picked Ryan. He is a firefighter. He's like a tank. He was the strongest out of all of them. I don't want to hear shit.
That's a fucking shock.
He's stubborn, sir.
Special ability blocking driveways.
Oh no, he survived an airplane crash. I don't want to hear shit. Can't kill that motherfucker.
There, when you look at the upgrade tree, the skill tree, you see this one at the very bottom. Call EMS for everything.
Yep, that sounds about right. They did add the drop kicking, which is stupid fun. Because you really run up and then fucking both legs come up and you just fucking beat the shit out of the fucking zombies. Each zombie has like a stamina bar, whether they stay standing. And then you could do another ones have like a God of War premise. You press square, they're standing, and you do some kind of special move with that weapon and kills them.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you punch them in the face, you could punch right through their face. Dude, when I tell you can dismember and cut off shit from these zombies, it is fantastic. It is gory. It is very bright, like the environment is very bright and bloody. There's blood and guts and shit everywhere.
Like literally shit everywhere, or like figuratively
like guts,
shit?
Like guts. Like I walked into a bathroom and it looked like somebody ripped somebody apart, and there's like guts and trails everywhere on the floor.
Nice.
It's fucking awesome.
So the graphics look pretty good?
Oh yeah, it's very clean. I haven't had any problems with loading. I actually load pretty quickly. Unless you're on PlayStation 4.
Shout out.
Poor Dan, when me and Dan played, it took him 5 minutes to load. Versus my 20 seconds. But
that. It's a curse, really.
But Co-op is where it's at. It really is. You can cross gen, so PlayStation 4 can play with PlayStation 5, but PlayStation 5 can't play with PlayStation 4. You can only go up.
Wait, what?
So PlayStation 4 can only play with PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4. PlayStation 5 can't load into a game if on say you have a PlayStation 4, I can't load into your game. You have to load into mine.
Okay. I was like, wait, the math is not mathing there, sir.
It's redneck math.
I'm tracking it.
But yes, you can't basically in a nutshell, PlayStation 5 cannot load into a PlayStation 4's game. Only vice versa. So PlayStation 4 has to load into a PlayStation 5 game. It's not technically. So, like I said, you have a PlayStation 4, I have a PlayStation 5. I can't load into your game. You can't send me an invite and I can't go into yours because it won't do it.
Yeah.
But I can send you an invite to mine and you can go to it.
That's weird. It should be the other way around, I think.
I agree 100%. But you know, I don't make the rules.
That's like some Mississippi shit right there. It's ass backwards.
It is. But there's a lot of hidden shit in the game. We haven't found a lot of things. There's blueprints. You can upgrade your weapons, repair your weapons because they do have durability. Once you break it, that's it. You might as well just toss it. You can sell it. You can get blueprints. Like right now, I have a machete that has electricity attached to it. So fantastic. I'll shock a zombie and they're like staying pinned, and I just start whacking on
them. Shout out to that.
But like I said, co-op is where it's at. Like me and Dan were literally beating the shit out of the zombies. I drop kick them and then we just start ganking them on the ground.
When you were doing that, did you finish them off pretty quickly?
Of course, yeah. Sorry, I'm good at what I do.
I'm good at what I do. I'm no fucking rookie.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those games that when it goes down on sale, maybe I'll go check it out. I just got. I'm gonna be honest. Backlog is the
your backlog issue. Has been since day one, and your backlog has been very just girthy.
Hey, well, I will say this: I haven't really added to my backlog in several months,
which is really weird.
It is weird, and I've completed 2 games here recently, so I mean that's a huge fucking win. I think
it is a win for you.
And then Breath of the Wild comes out in fucking 2 weeks. Oh my god,
where's Matt? We don't know. It's like he's showered in months.
It's like Family Guy when he finds out that there's porn on the internet. He comes with the beard,
you working out,
the beard, and the forearm.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna be like. So I have been playing Dead Space Remake, and by playing I mean I completed it last week on episode 110. If y'all listened to that episode or watched it, I said at the very end that I had just like an hour left. I was gonna go play it and finish it that night, and I ended up doing it. So I completed it, and the hive mind that you fight at the very end of that game, holy shit! I don't think. I feel like I needed medication after that fucking fight because my heart was racing, my hands were sweaty. It was crazy, right? So overall, I really enjoy the game. The issue with horror games like this, and you can kind of group in Alien Isolation to this because there's a lot of similarities between the two. Specifically, Alien Isolation, did a lot of influences from Dead Space, and it's fucking obvious. Okay. The issue with horror games is, especially with the space games, is the fact that they become monotonous after a little while. So that middle portion of the game feels like it fucking drags. And I mentioned this to you on last episode. It was the last 2 or 3 hours. I was really struggling to get through the game just because it felt like I was doing the same stuff over and over and over again. And was that kind of increased by the fact that I was doing a Let's Play series? Probably. I probably wouldn't have hated is a strong word, but disliked portions of it if I hadn't been doing a Let's Play series on it, which y'all can go to our YouTube channel and watch. I think there's 20 episodes of the Let's Play series. And then I do a actual review at the end of the final episode. I think the guns are great. I use the plasma cutter a lot, but the one with the what was the chainsaw one? It shoots out the saw blades. That look, everybody said the plasma cutter was OP. Dude, fuck that. The saw weapon was OP. I used that so much, and it was great. Lots of scares. The game is scary. All right, there's lots of jump scares. I screamed like a bitch a lot in that game, and you can listen and watch me scream like a bitch on the YouTube series. Okay, it's there. It's for everybody to watch. Overall, it is a great game. Is it going to be in my top 10 at the very end of the year? Well, two things. One, I probably won't play 10 games, so it's going to have to be in there. But two, if I had, it would be in the top 10, I think, by the end of the year, because it is a great game. I never played the original, but this one just looks so damn good. The graphics are absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best looking games that I've seen, especially like next gen and stuff like that. The gore is just there, and it's just if you feel like icky, for lack of a better word, when you're playing the game, because it just feels fucking gross. Yeah,
icky. Right.
It just it feels gross, and I think they did a great job of kind of bringing you into those environments and really kind of like blocked everything out. And maybe that's a little bit of the Let's Play series. I don't know. But you just kind of get lost in the game at certain points. And I think that is a great thing for the game. It was a game that when I stopped playing it, I thought about it during the day before I could come home to play it. I thought about it. So it's kind of like one of those games. I think I end up giving it an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a pretty great game. Just some of the issues with it is the runtime. You're looking at, I think it's 12 to 15 hours, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere around there. It's 12 chapters, and it usually takes about an hour and a half to do each chapter, which is kind of what I was going along with, right? So I do think the runtime could have been cut down a little bit, but neither here nor there. Okay. So 8.5 out of 10. I think it's a great game. Go check it out. Yeah, I think it is one of the best horror games that I've played, which is not a whole lot, but I think it is better than. Is it better than Resident Evil Biohazard?
I wouldn't go that far.
It is not a better. It is an easier game.
I can see that.
Is a scarier game.
Depends.
See, here's how I'm gonna answer that question. I don't think it is a. I think it is a scarier game. It's not as tense as Biohazard. Once you get past the first couple of hours of Dead Space, you kind of know what their tricks are, right? You know that they're gonna jump from a ceiling. You know they're gonna do the little pincer move. They're gonna be one in front of you and one behind you. Even though I never fucking learned my lesson on that, that's neither here nor there. you still learn it. They do repetitions with some of the horror stuff that goes on it, but in terms of jump scares and whatnot, definitely more scary. Biohazard, I felt like I was on the edge of my seat the entire fucking game.
And especially when you go to the mother's house.
Yes.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
And then Kool-Aid dad busting through the fucking wall. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Oh
no. Run away. Escape.
So yeah, it was unsettling playing that game. So that's kind of where I would kind of put those games in comparison to each other. But yeah, definitely recommend y'all go check it out and check out the YouTube series as well. We would greatly appreciate it. I also played about 20 minutes of Burning Shores, the DLC for Forbidden West. I mean, I don't really have anything to say other than that.
I killed a lot of dinosaurs.
I played right. I did the first little combat session, and that was a lot of fun. They added some new wrinkles into it, which is great. Which is great. You know, they added new elements, new. There's supposed to be new weapons.
I
And
saw
new
one of the
ways
new weapons, and it is hilarious.
Yeah, I've avoided spoilers on all that.
Oh.
I have not avoided spoilers for the story though.
Oh no, the weapon is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Do you know what the whole thing is with Aloy now?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to spoil it on here, but there is a huge controversy out there, and yada yada yada. I don't really give a shit about it, so I am spoiled on that part of the story, but everything else, I'm avoiding spoilers as best as I can. So yeah, Burning Shores DLC info. We'll go more into that in the near future. Let's jump into the news, sir. Speaking of Forbidden West, there is a sequel to Forbidden West coming out.
Oh,
they're talking about Aloy's next adventure. How excited are you for numero 30? That's number 3 for the uninitiated.
Three.
Are you excited about it?
You froze. You froze.
I was like,
what's he gonna see? Because I saw your face go like that, and it was like, okay. No, I'm pretty excited about it. I enjoyed the first one. I haven't played the DLC yet. I haven't even downloaded it. I haven't even thought about it, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, where's she gonna go now? Ain't no telling.
Well, it's gonna be the fuck. What was it called? It's like the fucking big villain now. It's coming.
Oh,
I forget what the name of it was. It's guys. It's been a while, and I have
Megatron?
a terrible memory. yeah. That'd be dope though. Megatron crossover.
Megatron's coming. Robots in disguise.
Beast, dude. This is fucking Beast Wars.
Literally.
Who knew? Who knew we had a Beast Wars game? I didn't.
I didn't either.
I'm pretty excited about it. Obviously, I talked several episodes about how much I loved Forbidden West, and this is my opinion on it hasn't really changed. It's the first game that I ever platinumed, and that will forever be something that I remember and cherish, for lack of a better word. I absolutely love that game, and I'm all about having another adventure. I hope they kind of expand on the water stuff a little bit. Maybe there's some water levels. I hope they kind of go with that. And then with the Burning Shores aspect of the DLC, they're starting to add stuff to the sky. So I hope I hope all those ideas come into one big old fucking clusterfuck and make this just amazing game. And I'm pretty excited about it.
Understandable. I mean, it is a good game. They did well, but my question is just who they're going to replace Lance's character with.
Yeah.
Because that man was pinnacle of that game.
I wonder if they'll just write him off.
Or they'll just AI him.
I hope they don't do that.
I mean, I agree with you, but
I rather them just say, hey, Silence went off world or some shit, and he's just not a part of the story anymore.
He went to Destiny.
Right? All right. The other little news tidbit that we have, and it's not really even news, it's more of just us just talking about it. Did you watch the new trailer for The Flash?
I did.
What'd you think?
Oh.
Cautiously optimistic, but I enjoy the trailer a lot.
I did enjoy the trailer. I liked how a lot of like the sayings that Batman brought back from when he was Batman.
Oh, I'm opposite.
Are you? I
Yes.
enjoyed some of it.
The you want nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah,
I was like,
I mean,
all right, bro. Like we get the fuck, we get it, man.
we get it. You're Batman.
Right?
We know you're Batman, sir. You don't have to tell us. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I still have my regards of Ezra Miller, but we'll see
Yep.
how we'll see. I do like the fact that they are adding time fragments of other heroes in it.
Mhm.
That is, I wonder how they're going to implement those because I know what's his face from the Flash, CW's Flash is going to be in it for a minute, and then, but then I also saw that the villain, if you remember, the Flash villain Zoom,
Yeah.
his character's coming back. I mean, technically his character, he's playing a different character, but he's still the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I enjoy that, but but
So
I still have regards for the movie. It still looks pretty good, but we'll
it
see.
looks better than I thought. Looks better than I thought. Like it looks better than anything that we've seen from Marvel here recently.
Right.
That's not saying much, but I do think this movie does look. It looks pretty good. So I did a trailer reaction, and if you're by the time you're listening, I mean it's already on YouTube. So go check it out on YouTube. Did a trailer reaction for the Flash trailer, and I think it's like a 13-14 minute long video or some shit like that. I ended up talking about some of the implications within the trailer. I'm kind of in the same boat as Christian here. I don't think I'm completely sold on Ezra Miller being the Flash, but everything else in the movie, I'm like, okay, I'm on board. This is I'm interested in it. I'm invested in it. I do want to see this movie. But Ezra Miller, I just
Especially two Ezra Millers. Oh,
yeah, right. Like it was hard selling me on one. Now we got two.
right.
So overall, I really like the trailer. The Batman stuff, the let's get nuts shit. Look, that just felt forced to me and didn't really fit perfectly for me. Now, right? So is that to say that when the movie happens that it doesn't actually hit for me then? No, but in the trailer it just felt forced for me.
I mean, you don't know the setup for it, so
Exactly. Supergirl coming into the Man of Steel universe and fighting Zod, that shit looked dope, and I am 100% for it.
right.
Did you see her announcement? They videotaped her finding out that she got the part. Did you ever see that video?
Mm-mm.
It is one of the most genuinely great videos out there. Y'all go search for it on YouTube or Twitter or wherever the fuck. The director called her and was like, "Hey, you got the part," and she legitimately just starts crying. So that to me just tells me that she cares about the character a lot, and I've enjoyed what I've seen of her, and I'm kind of excited to see what she brings to the table, especially what happens to Henry Cavill and his Superman. Where the fuck is he? Is this going to be he just goes off world, or because of Barry fucking shit up like he always does? Does that take Henry Cavill Superman out of the timeline, or because he fucked shit up, does Superman die?
I mean, technically, in the comments, Kara was on Earth longer.
Yes, she's actually in Man of Steel. There's a pod when he's in the Fortress of Solitude.
Right.
There's her pod is in there. It was a little Easter egg. So how she comes about is what I'm curious about, and what do they do with Henry Cavill as Superman?
I mean,
Because
technically, he makes a cameo.
does
Technically,
he? I thought
he
he wasn't
does.
in this movie whatsoever.
He makes a cameo. He's in it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Chuck just drink really quick. Yeah,
He
I'm,
better
I'm
be in
excited
it.
about it. This will be. I think I will go see this in theaters. Now, will I see it opening night? Will I see it on opening weekend and spend $15 for it? No, I'm not fucking
No.
dumb.
No, I'm not fucking
I mean, I'm from
dumb.
Mississippi, guys, but I'm not that fucking dumb. All right, I'll catch it on a Tuesday when it's fucking $6.
There you go.
But I will go see this in theaters, and I'm actually very curious about watching it. There's some great stuff in it, and the Michael Keaton stuff, along with Ben Affleck being thrown in there as well.
Right.
Just it looks chaotic. It looks like this movie could fucking fail, but it could
It
also be
doesn't
the
have me sold like Blue Beetle does. Blue Beetle has me sold like to rights.
Oh, I'm not that sold on Blue Beetle. I
Oh,
like the
I'm sold
trailer.
on Blue Beetle. I'm sold on it right now. As of right now, from that trailer,
Mhm.
I'm sold on. As of Flash, I'm still a lot. I'm really hesitant.
I feel like the Flash is going to be actually really good, or it's going to be a fucking dumpster fire. Like I don't feel like there's going to be. I don't feel like there's an in between with this movie
That's fair.
because the time skipping stuff, the time travel stuff, is either going to work or it's not going to work. It's either going to be Days of Future Past and Endgame, or it's. I'm trying to think of a shitty movie with time travel. You got one off the top of your head?
Shitty movie with time travel.
uh, okay. My point is, look, my point still stands, even though I can't prove it
Bill and
100%.
Ted's
Okay.
Adventure Part 3.
Yeah,
That's
whatever.
shitty. That's a shitty one. First two are great. The third one, not so much. They should have never done it.
So yeah, I'm gonna be very curious of how well this movie is when it comes out. The last little tidbit of news that we got is Diablo 4 has a beta coming out next month. I want to say it's May. Is it May 12th too? Is everything coming out May 12th, or is it May 26th? I can't remember.
I think it's 26, to be honest with you.
It's one of those 2 days. Okay. Look, Currents comes out with their new album May 12th. Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom comes out May 12th. So I mean, there's a lot of shit coming out May 12th. But Diablo 4, the next beta is coming out, and I will 100% be playing that shit. Okay. They are having some changes from the last beta implemented with this one. So they did take that player feedback. They're reducing all the backtracking, or not all the backtracking, but they're reducing the backtracking, so not make it so fucking tedious. Changes are being made to classes, whether that's being increasing or decreasing stuff, and then also adding some different, I guess, graphics and like ability wise for those abilities. Then we have some quality of life improvements as well. That game comes out June 6th, I think. Off the top of my head, it's like early on in June, if I'm not mistaken.
I know that if you get to level 20, you do unlock in-game things that supposedly worth a lot of money, like in-game money.
So also to kind of spin off, I don't know if it's the same thing that you're talking about. Once you beat the game, you know how there's like New Game Plus, and that's how basically every Diablo player, the game doesn't start until New Game Plus, basically.
Yeah.
Once you beat the game, you can skip all the story stuff and just go straight to the in-game content and play there. Which I'm like, that's pretty cool. I kind of dig that actually. Like, I think that's a good quality of life.
It's tedious as shit to go back through all of that bullshit.
Because let's be honest, have you ever done New Game Plus? Like,
yeah,
from start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just look. Maybe it's because of my backlog. I don't know. But when I play a game, I'm kind of fucking done, man. I need a little break, a little breaky break. You know what I'm saying?
It's easier when you do it with other people. That's the key.
Shout out to that.
Indeed. Indeed.
So yeah, guys, that's all I have for Diablo 4. One other thing that I wanted to show y'all guys, and I got it when I was in Lafayette.
Ooh.
For the video watchers out there, this is The Last Ronin. By the way, we've been doing the deep dive series last year, I think. and it's gonna come back. Okay, I promise you.
We're just waiting on the comics, okay? Waiting on the
Well,
comics. Calm down.
I got the comics. The comics is not the
Now,
issue. Yeah,
now.
it was finding time to actually dive into them. That was the issue.
Shut up.
But now I have time, so I have no excuses. But anyways, Last Ronin, fucking all red edition, and I don't know if y'all can see that very well with the glare, guys. It's fucking dope. It's like red and black, and it's got all the weapons, and then you can change out his face and shit like that. But I'm not opening it, so it's gonna stay in the box.
Hell no.
So yeah, I found that at fucking Target. It was pretty fucking dope. We don't have that shit over here.
No, we sure the fuck don't.
But yeah, you do. What's your weekly recommendation?
Mine's gonna be Dead Island 2. It's fun. Especially when you have a group. It is literally ganking zombies left and right. Oh, it's hilarious. Like me and Dan, I was telling you, me and Dan, I literally run up on somebody and drop kick them, and we just start like just beating the shit out of them on the ground. So it's quite funny.
I mean, the game that has potential to be one of the funniest games, or the most fun.
Oh,
games,
I cannot wait. I mean, I am doing a deep dive on it. I'm gonna try to do all kinds of different weapons and see what I can just have entertainment factor on that. So far, I haven't had any jump scares, but I do hashtag drive-bys.
You're farting on them?
Hey, no, just run past them, tink, and run.
So yeah, y'all be ready for be on the lookout for Christian's Let's Play series on YouTube, where he does Dead Island 2. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the series.
Oh, I am too.
I'm actually gonna recommend It Follows. I mean, what's better than watching it STD entity kill people? I mean, it's fucking unique, guys. Look, you can say what you want about the movie. It's fucking unique, and there's not another movie like it. All right, go fucking check it out. It is on Netflix. You've seen worse movies, I promise you. But guys, that is going to be it from us. We appreciate y'all supporting us. Appreciate you clicking on this video or clicking on this episode and listening to us each and every week. If you like what we're doing here and you want to support us, or have we recommended a game to you that you absolutely loved, or we prevented you from buying a game that was absolute dog shit, you can pay it back to us if you want. Go to patreon.com/2game. That is the number 2. Support us at any of those tiers, and you get access to our Discord, which is where all the fun and shenanigans happens. Like I said, Patreon will be having a pretty big shift and change up over the next couple of months. But regardless, come join us, patreon.com/2game. We'd be great to have you. But otherwise, thank you for supporting us by just watching us and listening to us every week. But yeah, that's going to be it from us, and we will catch y'all next week on another episode. Laters.